come with me whilst I start to decorate my altar space for winter. My altar space is just a little corner of the home where everything I have are things that instantly comfort and soothe and connect me. Today, I've decided to do some natural winter decorations, so excitingly, I get to head out to the woods. I'm choosing to do it this way because going out into the woods, collecting things from nature, to me is particularly soothing. It really brings me home to myself. It calms my mind. It just anchors me. So it's a lovely excuse really to just get out and have a look. And I do love to gather gems. So I'm looking around, and one of the first things that I absolutely want to gather is some holly. It's also, holly is such a gentle way to invite this festive season. So you don't have to make it all about Christmas. You can just start to get into the vibes of winter. So this beautiful, amazing holly, I'm just going to take a little bit of this. And I'm also going to start looking around and seeing what I can find that's just fallen on the ground. Some twigs and some little fir cones. I definitely also want to just make sure that I find some branches. I think I'm going to make an arrangement with a vase with these branches and some holly. There's just so much everywhere. It's so abundant. There's so many things that you can collect that make beautiful, meaningful decorations without even having to spend any money. I also found some nice little branches that had some moss on, and I think they're going to look really cool as well. Back home, and as I'm feeling quite whimsical today and trying to make it a nice special day, I am going to try and make some sort of festive tea. What I'm going to do is just put a lemon and ginger tea bag that I happen to have lying around, and then searching the cupboards, I am going to add some slices of orange and some cloves. I'm just going to let it steep and see what it does. Oh yeah, some maple syrup too. Give it a stir. And then what I'm going to do is clear off my altar space. So this is the autumnal one. So I always tend to have my plants on top of this chest of drawers, and my candles, crystals, my Palo Santos, sage, all those lovely things that I just adore having around. And to make it autumnal, I had these little pumpkins. I also picked up these beautiful leaves that were just lying around outside, and they just gave me so much joy, the colours. I found it really creative and therapeutic to do my autumn altar space. It just really got me focused, and it was a very grounding process. So that's why I decided it would be a lovely gesture to go and make a winter one. And as I'm gathering these things up, I actually realised that I'm not quite ready to part with some of these beautiful autumn things, so I might try and do something with those. I also had made these little orange discs and with the cloves, and I put them in my dehydrator, and actually it was fun, but it did take about 40 hours. I don't know if I would do it again, but I'm going to keep them as decorations because they're also quite wintry. Okay, so because I couldn't quite bear to throw these out, so I'm just going to make a little bouquet with these leaves and lavender. And I must stress, I historically have been terrible at doing things like this. I am not creatively gifted in making a space look good. I'm naturally very untidy. So I've been working on this a lot over the years just to have a go and get more confidence, allow myself to develop those skills, but mostly focusing on how the process of doing this stuff actually makes me feel. Because when I move away from judging or shaming or any of those kind of feelings and I just get into the process of the play, the playing is just fun and joyful, and it just lightens everything up. I think that's really important when life is so busy and so stressful. So now that I'm just getting everything all cleaned off and ready, and I guess that's another thing that is quite a cleansing process, I'm going to pour myself a cup of that tea and see if it's any good. I tell you what, it did turn out pretty well. It's not amazing, and I'm quite forgiving with herbal teas, but it did add to the moment and the atmosphere. I decided to grab a vase, and I had so many of these little orange decorations that I thought I'll put them in the bottom and see if that works out. And my plan here really was to gather up the holly and the branches and some of the fern leaves and just see if I could arrange them so that they look pretty and artistic. And again, this is something that's been quite new to me over the years, and I'm just letting myself have a go. I think this will be a really lovely wintry start, and it will just look very pretty and eye-catching. I love the berries from the holly. My plan is that when the Christmas decorations come out, I am going to get the little robins and place them in the branches. Do you know, I never really knew about altars. I didn't really realise that's what I was doing, but I've always done this my whole life. I've had a little space where I've arranged my favourite things and added to it with little gems that I might find, shells and stones. I think I've always been a bit of a natural magpie. And it's only recently that I've put a little bit more meaning to all of this. And actually this whole process of going to the woods, coming back, making this whole arrangement, setting up my table, took me less than an hour and a half out of my day. And it made a huge difference to my mental health, to my state of being. It just was a really regulating, lovely, calming thing. And it felt like a gift to give to myself. So next I am displacing my old faithful plants. I don't like to move them around too much. I've got the sticks with the moss. They're actually a little bit damp, so I will probably put these by the fire and just dry them out, but I wanted to see how it would all look. Got the little candle holder that my son made me in his school class, so that's always a special thing. And yeah, I'm just going to arrange the holly and the berries, put my crystals. And it is incredibly therapeutic doing this, which I never thought I'd say, but I absolutely love it. So here is the finished concept. And I'm actually really pleased with how it turned out. It just lights me up when I see it, makes me feel warm and fuzzy. And it's a really nice introduction into the winter and get me into that festive spirit. I think you could do this with anything. If you can't get out and get leaves and branches, you could use some fairy lights, candles. You could buy some fake holly. There's all sorts of things around that you could do. It's really just about how it makes you feel. So I hope you enjoyed this, and lots of love making your own.